Welcome back to Typing Lyrics, and in this video I'm going to teach you guys how to start putting in background images in the slides. So in the first video I taught you guys how to type up the lyrics, so I'm going to be finishing up here in this video here. Some things that I wanted to say to you guys was when you guys are typing these lyrics, I don't want you guys to think that these are just simple words that you can easily type in with letters, but I want you guys to think of these as precious words that you are singing aloud to God. And these are the words that the worshipers in the youth group will be singing. So just as the writers in the Bible, they received God's word and they wrote everything down, but they didn't write them as if they were just words, but they wrote them as if it was directly from God, who is all the way from heaven above, and those words reached it all the way down here on earth. So just as the Bible was written by authors that God spoke to them, God speaks to musicians on what to sing and the words to use to praise His name. Some formatting things that I wanted to tell you guys was, when you guys are copying and pasting lyrics or typing them, make sure every slide is about 3 to 5 lines, and not too much, but just a right amount. And the reason is because putting too much word shows that you're being lazy. So if I just copy and paste from the lyrics website and then copy and paste onto one slide and just leave it alone, that's just being lazy. You can do more than just paste. You can separate each one of them into their own verses: verse 1, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, verse 4, and bridge. So I want you guys to be taking an extra step in your work, and making things professional as well. And also, when you guys are typing up these lyrics, make sure they're readable. So for example, if you need to make the font a little bit bigger, so you can select all, Control A, and then bold it. The hotkey is Control B. So okay, that looks a little bit more better. And so just make things more readable. And also, if you want to add a little space above it by pressing Enter and make it a bit more centered, then you guys can do that as well. So make sure you guys are taking the extra step to doing more than what you guys have simply done before. So now I want you guys to be able to look through each and every slide. Do the same thing for everything. And now I'm going to show you guys the different backgrounds. So if you guys go to Design, here you can find all these different themes, and you guys can select on any one of them. So for example, this one, that looks extravagant, so look through. It looks pretty nice visually, but here's the thing. Can you read the text? So that's another thing. If you can't read the text, increase the text size, and just make all your edits. And if you want, you can also change the font of the text as well. So I'm going to go back to the original and look through these here. I've used colors before. Just look through their themes, and then I haven't looked through fonts or effects, but if you guys are curious, go ahead and explore. And then also background styles, look through here. Usually I would go for a black background and white text. So something I want to teach you guys is something called color psychology. And color psychology is perceiving color with the human eye. And the reason why I want you guys to learn about this is because when you guys are looking at the slides, you guys aren't just looking at words, but also the colors of it as well. So you guys might have learned that your pupils widen or shrink based on the amount of light it perceives. If you're in a dark atmosphere, then your pupils widen up because it needs more light so that you guys can be able to see through the dark around you. If there's too much light, your pupils shrink because your eyes are saying, there's too much light, I just need a little bit less. So right here, what I'm seeing, it's a bit relaxing for my eyes because it helps me focus on the text and what I need to read, and takes away all the distractions in the background. And I could easily read through just the white part. So let's say if I go back to the original background theme, right when I changed it, my eyes felt like I needed to squint a little bit, but it makes my eyes a bit uncomfortable. It makes everybody's eyes a bit uncomfortable when they see a bright background compared to a darker background. So something to notice is when people are looking at the screen during worship, their eyes should be relaxed, but also not too discomforting that it makes them squint or struggle to see the words. So help the people who are looking at your words that you guys are typing as well. And so now I'm going to teach you guys how to add a background image. And so background images, I want you guys to look through the words of the song that you guys are typing. So how great is our God? What can you think of an image right off the top of your head? How great is our God? Well, if there's no ideas, well, look through the lyrics. The splendor of a king clothed in majesty. I could think of a throne in heaven. Let's take a look at another slide. He wraps himself in light and darkness tries to hide. I could think of a sunlight shining over the dark world and radiantly over the earth. So if I have an idea right off the top of my head, then I could go through, look for the image that I'm thinking of. So sunlight, I'll use that as an example. And then right after, go to the images tab and select that. And then once you guys see the images here, look for the best one that you think resembles what the song relates to. How great is our God? So keep that title in mind as you choose your image. So I could choose this one. This one really looks radiant. I could see the light rays and the circular light wave of it as well. And this one is also nice because it looks like a sunset in the horizon in a darker background, and this one also with clouds. So let's say if I wanted to choose this one as my background, then I'm going to right click, press save as, and then know the destination in your computer where you're saving it. So look up here. It shows in the folder this PC right here. This PC, pictures, camera roll. So keep that in mind. Camera roll is in pictures. So I'm going to press save. So there it is. So don't select on that, but because that's already saved in your folder, in your files, in your computer files right here. So go back to PowerPoint and then select the song that you chose. Select all the songs, the slides that you're choosing to change the background for that reflects on the image that you chose. Click on right click, format background, picture or text, file, and then find the image that you chose right here, insert, and there we go. Now here's the thing, is it readable? So you guys gotta keep thinking. Once you made one change, can you guys still see okay? So because it's a bright background here, I may want to choose a text color that opposes the brightness of the background. So if I have a bright background, then I might want to have a darker text. So I'm going to select all the words, so Control A, and then right here I'm going to change the font color to black, and there we go. The text opposes the color of the background, and there we go. Now you guys might see some dark parts here. If you want to edit that, then you can go over here, right click again, format background, and you guys see this offset? That is how much the image is going into itself on the screen, how much it's displaying. So it's showing -17% of the image on the left and right is going into the image. Now let's say if I did +17, then it goes back out. So preferably negative is what we want. So let's say if I want to get rid of this part, but still keep the sun here. So then I could go in more deeper. So let's say 25%. Okay, it's getting better. Let's say now the sun looks a little bit off-centered, so I want to bring it a little bit more to the right. Then I could change the left, maybe -5%, or maybe 0. Okay, looks good. Now make some final edits, maybe -40%, and wow, that looks great. So do the same for all the rest of the other slides in the song. And something I also want you guys to keep in mind, is it readable? If you guys want, bold it. And if you want to center it out in the middle, then go ahead and do that. Bold it if you want. But just make sure the text is readable for the people who are worshiping. So do that for every song as you guys are typing the lyrics, and keep going for all the different songs.